Hey guys, Creek Stewart, and I am super excited today because it's Skills Challenge time. Welcome to the August 2016 APOCABOX Skills Challenge. How to make an ADZE from the blade from the M.U.S.T tool. Now an ADZE, if you're not familiar or never heard of it, it is a primitive cutting tool, often using a stone or rock blade, but these things date back into the Stone Ages, literally. They're a chopping tool, kind of like an axe. They've been used to build boats, shelters, all types of different things throughout history. And even in modern times, an ADZE is an incredibly useful survival tool, especially when you use a really nice metal blade, like in your M.U.S.T tool this month. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to build one. I've got a branch that's fallen down here at Willow Haven, and I'm going to use it to have an ADZE party today. I've cut out a crook of this branch. It's about 1.5 inches in diameter, 1.25 inches in diameter-ish. You're going to want to cut a crotch out of a tree. It needs to be really solid, either live or seasoned. This is kind of in between. Something similar to this right here, although you could use all different shapes and sizes for your ADZE handle, and you'll see what I mean here in a minute. I'm going to use the bush saw from the June APOCABOX, from last APOCABOX, to process this down a little bit, just trimming all the miscellaneous branches off of this thing. The shelf itself, we're going to want to cut so that we've got, I don't know, 1 inch, 1.5 inches from the crotch area there. So I'm going to cut roughly right around in there. And I'm just going to cut straight down through it, not at an angle or anything. What we're going to do now is we're going to create a shelf for this blade to be lashed to. So we're going to cut down into the top of this, and then we're going to split off a chunk that creates a flat area for us to mount our ADZE blade to. Want an overlap there of about 2 inches, 1.5 inches, 2 inches-ish. I've got to cut straight down through the top of this so that we create a backstop to our ADZE blade. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the ADZE blade, and I'm going to baton this ADZE blade down to that split to create the shelf. And I could have done this whole entire process with the ADZE blade if I wanted to. Would have taken a little longer, but it's nice to know that it's possible to do it that way. And that actually looks pretty good right there. And now I'm going to take these burrs off the handle here, because this is where I'm going to be grabbing, so I want this to be as smooth as possible. Great. Now you see, we've got the ADZE shelf created. Now our job is just to lash it in place. In your M.U.S.T tool kit is a length of instant bowstring. And I'm just going to quickly do it with a very simple lashing. I'm going to leave a tail. And I'm going to wrap this really tightly around this branch and the ADZE blade itself. And to finish off this lashing, all I'm going to do is just knot these two together a couple of times. And then we'll go around the underside and do the same thing. You can make handles where the angle is wider and not so steep. This is more of like a scooping type blade. Look at that. I mean, that's solid seasoned oak, and that ADZE is just busting right into that situation. And it's so solid because it always hits. When it hits and pushes back, it's always up against this shelf, which makes it such a smart design. You know, I wish I would have come up with it. But in essence, that's how to make an ADZE using your M.U.S.T tool blade. So that's your skills challenge this month. I would love to see some pictures on Instagram, #APOCABOX, or on Facebook of your completed ADZE. It's such a cool looking tool, a really great skill to know, whether you're using a rock or a scrap piece of steel. Regardless, I wish you the best of luck, and remember, it's not if, but when.